He went from flipping burgers to becoming one of the richest legends in comedy. And today, Chris Rock is laughing all the way to the bank. From his jaw-dropping net worth and luxury cars to his gorgeous mansion, rocky divorces, and high-profile love life, this video takes you inside the world of one of Hollywood's most powerful comedians to see exactly how he spends his millions. So, how much is Chris Rock really worth in 2025? Who has he dated? And what is family life like behind those mansion doors? Stick around as we reveal every surprising detail about Chris Rock's fortune and his incredible lifestyle. From flipping burgers to a $60 million net worth, the Chris Rock story. Christopher Julius Rock, known to the world as Chris Rock, is without a doubt one of the most iconic African-American figures in both Hollywood and stand-up comedy. By the mid-1980s, Chris was honing his craft in New York City's legendary Catch a Rising Star comedy club, laying the foundation for a career built on turning pain into laughter. Over the years, Rock's talent and hustle propelled him to success. He's shared the screen with stars like Wesley Snipes, Adam Sandler, Regina King, Anthony Hopkins, Bernie Mac, Mel Gibson, and Eddie Murphy. He's best known for memorable roles in films like New Jack City, The Longest Yard, and Grown Ups. Between sitcoms, stand-up specials, and an impressive run of movies, some of which he wrote and directed, Chris Rock has built a fortune worth $60 million in 2025. Growing up in a working-class family, Chris faced his share of hardship. When he was 23, he lost his father, Julius Rock, who died following ulcer surgery. He also lost his older half-brother, Charles Liddell Rock, to alcoholism. But perhaps the hardest challenge was his school years. At the time, Chris attended school in predominantly white neighborhoods of Brooklyn, where he was the target of relentless racism, bullying, and even physical attacks from privileged white students. The trauma ran so deep that he eventually dropped out of high school, later earning his GED and working various fast food jobs to get by. Yet these painful experiences ultimately fueled his comedy and gave him the resilience to succeed. Like many comedians, Chris didn't make it big overnight. Throughout the 1980s, he performed at countless comedy clubs, slowly gaining recognition. His persistence landed him small roles in projects like I'm Gonna Get You Sucka, written and produced by Keenen Ivory Wayans, as well as a guest spot on Miami Vice, sharing space with up-and-coming stars like Bruce Willis. Chris's relentless stand-up hustle finally paid off when Eddie Murphy noticed his talent and decided to give him his first big break, casting him in Beverly Hills Cop 2 in 1987. Saturday Night Live and early success in the movies. After scoring the biggest break of his life thanks to one of comedy's kings, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock was set on the path to stardom. In 1990, he joined the cast of Saturday Night Live, SNL, the legendary sketch comedy show that helped make stars out of comedians like Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler. During his time on SNL, Chris formed a tight-knit bond with fellow comics Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, Rob Schneider, and David Spade, a group famously dubbed the Bad Boys of SNL. That friendship was so strong, they would go on to appear together in multiple films, including Grown Ups. As Chris's fame skyrocketed on SNL, he landed a major movie role in 1991's New Jack City, starring alongside Wesley Snipes, Ice-T, Alan Payne, and Mario Van Peebles. Chris took on the memorable role of Pookie, a crack addict turned informant. The film became an iconic crime drama and pulled in $47.6 million worldwide, cementing Chris's growing status in Hollywood. The 1990s kept Chris busy with more starring roles. After New Jack City, he appeared with Eddie Murphy once again in Boomerang, 1992. In 1993, after his time on SNL ended, Chris co-wrote and starred in the comedy CB4, which had a modest $6 million budget and went on to gross around $18 million. The movie featured cameos from Ice-T, Ice Cube, Halle Berry, Thomas Davidson, Shaquille O'Neal, and also included the late Charlie Murphy. In 1997, Chris teamed up with his close friend Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja, which earned $31.5 million at the box office. Just a year later, he scored big again with Lethal Weapon 4, 1998, joining a star-studded cast including Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, Jet Li, and Joe Pesci. That film raked in over $285 million worldwide. By 1999, Chris took on a role in the fantasy comedy Dogma, acting alongside Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Salma Hayek, and Jason Lee. The film was another box office win, grossing $44 million on a $10 million budget. Stand-up comedy projects. Beyond the movies, Chris Rock made a huge impact with his stand-up comedy specials, earning a reputation as one of the greatest comedians of all time. In 1994, he lit up HBO with Big-Ass Jokes, followed by Bring the Pain in 1996, a groundbreaking special that earned him 2 Emmy Awards and cemented his place at the top of the comedy world. He returned to HBO with more hits like Bigger and Blacker in 1999 and Never Scared in 2004, leading Time and Entertainment Weekly to crown him the funniest man in America. From 1997 to 2000, he also hosted The Chris Rock Show on HBO, where he skyrocketed in popularity interviewing politicians and celebrities with his trademark wit and bold style. Fast forward to 2016, when Netflix announced a blockbuster deal for Rock to release 2 new stand-up specials, paying him an impressive $20 million per show. His first Netflix special, Chris Rock, Tambourine, dropped in 2018 and marked his long-awaited return to the stage after a decade away from stand-up concerts. Continued success in the 2000s. Chris Rock continued to expand his film career throughout the 2000s and beyond, building an impressive list of credits along the way. In 2001, he wrote and starred in the comedy Down to Earth, which brought in $71.2 million and featured a talented cast including John Cho, Eugene Levy, Wanda Sykes, and Regina King. By 2003, Rock took on the roles of both director and star with Head of State, a political comedy that just managed to break even against its $35 million budget. He followed up in 2007 with I Think I Love My Wife, which earned $13.2 million at the box office and starred Kerry Washington, Gina Torres, and Steve Buscemi. In 2002, Rock landed a lead role alongside Anthony Hopkins in the action comedy Bad Company, which grossed $66 million worldwide. Then came another major hit in The Longest Yard, 2005, where he starred opposite his friend Adam Sandler, along with Tracy Morgan, Terry Crews, rapper Nelly, and former NFL player Michael Irvin. That movie pulled in a massive $191 million globally. Also in 2005, Rock lent his voice to Marty the Zebra in DreamWorks' hit animated franchise Madagascar. Across all 3 films, the series earned an astounding $2.2 billion worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing animated franchises of all time. Other notable films in Rock's career include the 2010 black comedy Death at a Funeral, Grown-Ups 2010, What to Expect When You're Expecting, 2012, alongside Cameron Diaz and Jennifer Lopez, and the 2014 comedy Top 5. Most recently, in 2021, Rock explored the horror genre by starring in Spiral, the 9th installment of the Saw franchise, which grossed $40.6 million against a $20 million budget. Real estate ventures. The sheer volume of movie projects Chris Rock has taken on, whether acting, writing, or directing, is impressive by any standard. But beyond the big screen, he also found huge success as a television producer with Everybody Hates Chris, which premiered in 2005. Inspired by his own childhood, the sitcom humorously explored the struggles he faced growing up, with Tyler James Williams playing his younger self. Rock not only served as executive producer but also narrated the show. The series wrapped in 2009, and according to Forbes, Chris Rock earned an incredible $42 million that year from its success. Before selling the Brooklyn home he bought in 1994 for $3.25 million, Rock had been renting it out for $8,000 a month, eventually relocating to Alpine, New Jersey, with his ex-wife, Malac Compton Rock. All things considered, Chris Rock has enjoyed one of the busiest and most rewarding careers in entertainment. And looking ahead to 2025, it's clear his story is far from over. A look at comedian Chris Rock's New Jersey mansion, his home for 2 decades. Chris Rock has chosen to make the Garden State, New Jersey, his long-term home. Instead of the hills of Hollywood, Rock has preferred the quiet, upscale surroundings of Alpine, New Jersey, where he has lived for most of his adult life. Alpine, located in Bergen County, consistently ranks among the most expensive real estate markets in the country, and Rock's mansion there is no exception. Set just steps away from the scenic trails and breathtaking views of Palisades Interstate Park, the house was built in 1999. Rock purchased the 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom estate in 2001 for $3 million, nestled on about 2 acres of land. The sprawling 10,300-square-foot home features a large in-ground pool, a spacious lounge area, and a sweeping wraparound driveway. A brick-paved path leads through a black wrought-iron gate, supported by brick columns, though beyond that, the property is mostly hidden from public view, just how Chris seems to like it. Rock has occasionally poked fun at his suburban lifestyle, mentioning Alpine in his 2008 stand-up special Kill the Messenger, and describing it to Vulture in 2014 as, like Beverly Hills with freaking snow. In his 2017 Netflix special Tambourine, he revealed that his ex-wife, Malac Compton Rock, even lives just down the street. The former couple, who divorced in 2016 after 20 years of marriage, share 2 daughters, Lola and Zara. Today, Rock's Alpine property has nearly doubled in value, currently assessed at around $6 million. And he's in good company. Alpine has attracted plenty of other big names over the years, from P. Diddy and Patrick Ewing to Stevie Wonder and fellow SNL alum Tracy Morgan. In fact, Alpine remains one of the most coveted addresses in the entire tri-state area, with homes regularly selling for sky-high prices, including a recent $10 million sale of an unfinished mansion by former NHL All-Star Ilya Kovalchuk. Chris Rock's historic Brooklyn house. These days, comedian Chris Rock is living large in Alpine, New Jersey, but he's held onto a carriage house in Brooklyn's Clinton Hill since the 1990s. After renting it out for years, most recently in 2013 for $8,000 a month, it seems he's finally ready to say goodbye to it for good. According to the New York Post, Rock has just listed the 2-bedroom property for $3.85 million, a huge jump from what he paid for it more than 2 decades ago. Over the years, the 3,700-square-foot home has seen thoughtful renovations, including updated appliances, central air, and other modern touches. This stunning and spacious 20th-century property is a true architectural gem, full of character and history. Since the couple separated, the home has been rented out, but now it's ready for a new owner. Located in the heart of Brooklyn's Clinton Hill neighborhood, this historic carriage house was originally built in 1901 and still preserves many of its century-old details. It was actually Chris Rock's first major purchase back in the 1990s when he was breaking out on Saturday Night Live. Inside, the home offers 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms, featuring charming wood-beam ceilings, exposed brick walls, and a beautiful rooftop terrace. The kitchen has been updated with white cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, a gourmet-style layout, and industrial bar stools. The dining and living areas have an open-concept floor plan and striking white exposed brick, blending classic charm with a modern feel. Inside Chris Rock's million-dollar car collection. Chris Rock is not only one of the world's highest-paid comedians, but also a car enthusiast with a taste for refined luxury. Over the years, Rock has built a collection of vehicles that would make any gearhead envious. One of the comedian's crown jewels is a Rolls-Royce Phantom, an ultra-luxurious sedan with a price tag of around $460,000. Finished in a sleek black, Rock's Phantom exudes timeless elegance and is known for its whisper-quiet V12 engine, plush leather interior, and custom features. A true celebrity-worthy ride. Next in his garage is the Lamborghini Gallardo, valued at approximately $200,000. The Gallardo is the definition of Italian performance, boasting a naturally aspirated V10 engine that produces a symphony of power and prestige. Its dramatic styling and blistering speed make it one of Rock's flashiest toys, perfect for turning heads on the streets of Alpine, New Jersey. Chris Rock also owns a Tesla Model S Plaid, which starts at about $110,000. The comedian is clearly a fan of cutting-edge technology, and the Model S Plaid's jaw-dropping acceleration, 0 to 60 miles in under 2 seconds, puts it in the same conversation as hypercars costing 10 times as much. With 0 emissions and impressive range, this electric beast aligns with Rock's forward-thinking lifestyle. In addition, Rock reportedly enjoys cruising in a Porsche 911 Carrera, worth roughly $120,000. Known for its precise handling and iconic design, the 911 is a staple in any serious car collection. Whether for a spirited drive along the Palisades or a weekend getaway, this sports car suits Rock's taste for both style and substance. Completing the lineup is a Range Rover Autobiography, retailing for around $150,000. This luxury SUV is the ultimate blend of comfort, technology, and rugged capability. With its spacious interior and off-road prowess, it provides Chris Rock with an effortless way to navigate everything from city streets to mountain retreats. Luxury watches. Chris Rock is a devoted fan of luxury watches, owning a collection that rivals those of CEOs and royalty. Among his standout pieces is the iconic Rolex Daytona in stainless steel, worth around $18,000. The Daytona is the ultimate blend of sport and class, a timeless model that complements Rock's versatile public persona. He's also been spotted wearing an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak offshore, estimated at $45,000. With its bold octagonal bezel and intricate mechanics, this timepiece is a true flex, reflecting the comedian's taste for engineering excellence. Another showstopper in Rock's arsenal is a Patek Philippe Nautilus, valued at close to $70,000. Loved for its slim profile and effortless elegance, the Nautilus pairs seamlessly with the comedian's red carpet looks and adds a subtle note of sophistication to his wardrobe. The comedian's high-end closet. Chris Rock has also curated a closet of high-end designer clothing worthy of a Hollywood legend. You'll regularly see him in Tom Ford tailored suits, easily costing upwards of $4,000 each, perfectly fitted to flatter his trim frame. When off the clock, Rock is often spotted in Saint Laurent leather jackets valued at $3,000 and Gucci loafers priced around $1,000, the epitome of casual luxury. He favors Italian labels like Brioni for their fine fabrics and classic styling, and has even been seen rocking streetwear giants like Supreme in limited edition collaborations, where prices can skyrocket to $2,000 for a single hoodie. Jewelry that shines on stage and off. While Rock isn't a bling-obsessed rapper, he does enjoy tasteful, high-quality jewelry. He is known to own a classic Cartier love bracelet, retailing for about $7,000, and a subtle diamond tennis bracelet estimated at $15,000. His rings are typically understated platinum or white gold, combining refined taste with a flash of star power. Chris Rock's first-class getaways, inside his luxury travel life. When Chris Rock isn't on stage or in front of the cameras, he's jet-setting around the world in true A-list style. The legendary comedian has a passion for travel, and he doesn't do it on a budget. Instead, he indulges in first-class flights, 5-star hotels, and the kind of vacation experiences most people only dream about. For starters, Rock is known to favor private jets when his schedule is tight or when privacy is paramount. Chartering a Gulfstream G550 for a cross-country flight from Los Angeles to New York can cost him around $50,000 one way. But for Rock, the comfort and convenience are worth every penny. One of his favorite getaways is the Caribbean, where he frequently visits exclusive resorts in St. Bart's and Turks and Caicos. Stays at villas like the famed Eden Rock in St. Bart's can easily cost $5,000 per night for a suite with private pools and panoramic ocean views. Chris has been spotted unwinding there with friends and family, enjoying crystal-clear water and total seclusion. Europe is another playground for the comedian. During one summer vacation, Rock stayed at the Hotel du Cap Eden Rock on the French Riviera, a celebrity magnet where suites can reach $6,000 per night in high season. There, he's enjoyed private yacht charters, with prices for a week-long luxury yacht rental in the Mediterranean topping $150,000. When it comes to skiing, Rock loves Aspen, Colorado, where luxury cabins can cost upwards of $10,000 per week. The comedian has been seen on Aspen's exclusive slopes, where private lessons alone can cost $100-200 per day, not including lift tickets or high-end gear rentals. Chris Rock also doesn't skimp on travel for work. When touring internationally, he books first-class suites on airlines like Emirates, where a round-trip ticket from New York to Dubai can cost around $20,000. These suites offer a bed, gourmet meals, and privacy that rival the world's best hotels. Who has Chris Rock dated? While Chris Rock is famous for shaping modern comedy, far fewer people know the twists and turns of his love life. For instance, Jada Pinkett Smith once revealed that Rock asked her out, and most recently, he sparked rumors with Amber Rose after they were spotted together in New York City, though she later shut down the speculation. Overall, Chris has kept his dating life relatively private, but a handful of high-profile relationships have made headlines. Malac Compton Rock. Chris Rock's longest and best-known relationship was with Malac Compton Rock. The two met in the early 1990s and dated for 2 years before tying the knot in 1996. They built a family together, welcoming their first daughter Lola in 2002 and their second daughter Zara in 2004. Chris and Malac were married for nearly 2 decades, but their relationship faced plenty of obstacles, including cheating allegations, a DNA test, paternity issues, and even accusations of sexual misconduct. Eventually, they divorced in 2016, closing an important chapter in Rock's personal life. Megalyn Ejiofor. Chris Rock was next linked to actress Megalyn Ejiofor in early 2016. They made their first public appearance together at the 40th annual Pre-Grammy Awards Gala, and Megalyn even posted a Valentine's Day selfie hinting at their romance. That same month, they were seen again at the Vanity Fair Oscars after-party, fueling dating rumors, especially since Rock's mother was with them. Engagement rumors also swirled when Megalyn was spotted wearing what looked like a diamond ring, though she quickly denied it. The couple quietly dated until 2020, when reports emerged they had split. Carmen Ejogo. In September 2020, Chris Rock was linked to actress Carmen Ejogo after the pair were spotted enjoying an intimate dinner in New York's West Village. Photos of them holding hands fueled speculation, and the following month they were seen together again in Malibu. However, since there have been no updates, it's unclear if they were truly dating or how long it lasted. Lake Bell. By 2022, Rock was making headlines with actress Lake Bell. The two were first spotted together at a Cardinals game in St. Louis and later photographed sharing brunch and dinner in Santa Monica. People magazine reported they were getting to know each other, and they even took a European vacation. But Rock seemingly confirmed the end of the relationship during his Netflix special, Selective Outrage, declaring, "I'm single. I've been single for a long time." Amber Rose, rumor. In December 2023, Chris Rock and Amber Rose were seen taking a friendly stroll in New York City, smiling and enjoying each other's company. But Amber soon set the record straight on the Tamron Hall show, saying she was focused on herself and her kids. "I'm not thinking about no man, Tamron." Chris Rock's net worth was significantly affected by his rocky divorces and outlandish spending habits. How much did Chris Rock lose in his divorce? Hollywood has seen plenty of stars lose eye-watering amounts of money in divorce, and Chris Rock is no exception. Think of Harrison Ford's legendary payout. Chris faced something similar. In 1996, he married Malac Compton, and for nearly 20 years the couple appeared solid, raising 2 daughters together. But in December 2014, Rock surprised many by filing for divorce, and their separation became official 2 years later, in August 2016. Throughout interviews and even in his stand-up routines, Rock admitted he had been unfaithful during the marriage, taking responsibility for its collapse. In 2015, news broke that Malac Compton was seeking a substantial settlement, arguing she had left her own career to raise their children and deserved enough to maintain the lifestyle they'd built together. At the time, Rock's net worth was around $70 million, and she aimed for a large share. One thing that could have limited her claim was their prenuptial agreement. However, their prenup had expired under a sunset clause, meaning Compton could negotiate freely. TMZ tried to dig into the settlement details after the divorce was finalized, but the records were sealed. Even though exact figures remain private, Rock later hinted at how costly the split really was. During a 2021 interview on The Tonight Show, he joked to Jimmy Fallon that his divorce was so expensive he recommended his ex-wife's lawyer to fellow comedian John Mulaney, who was going through his own breakup. That quip suggests Rock probably lost tens of millions in the process, even if no one knows for sure. How much have Chris Rock's spending habits cost him? When people dream of being rich and famous, they imagine living large, and Chris Rock has certainly lived up to that. Though he's no stranger to major purchases, he's also known for splurging on the little luxuries of life. For years, Rock lived in a stunning New Jersey mansion he purchased for millions and later sold. But beyond real estate, his spending tells the story of a true celebrity lifestyle. For example, Rock is a fixture courtside at NBA games, and those premium seats don't come cheap, running thousands of dollars per game. He's also a fan of fine watches, known to own pricey Rolex pieces. In fact, he once bought $7,000 Rolex Submariners as thank you gifts for Tina Fey and Louis C.K. after they helped him punch up a script. Rock doesn't stop at watches. He has a taste for high-end jewelry and premium sneakers like Yeezys, dropping tens of thousands to keep his style fresh. All told, while Chris Rock's comedy may have made him a fortune, his spending habits, from luxury real estate to courtside seats and designer fashion, have certainly cost him millions over the years. Chris Rock's journey from flipping burgers to living in multi-million-dollar mansions, sporting luxury watches, and enjoying lavish getaways is nothing short of incredible. But what do you think about Chris Rock's lifestyle and the fortune he's built? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love stories like this about how your favorite stars really live, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time.